What's happening, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really good out there. So I've just taken delivery of this G80 M3 Competition that you see behind you. I have been sick since I sold my F80. I really don't regret selling it because it was the right thing to do, but at the same time one of these has really been on my mind. So I thought the best thing to do was to, do you know what, live with it for about a few days or so and then take it to see the old man, because you know what, if there's ever anybody who I value their opinion on what car I'm going to get next, it's definitely him. So I'm going to go pick my dad up, we're going to go see what he thinks of this. I'm intrigued to actually know what his point of view is actually. Let's go pick Dad up and show him this G80 M3 Competition. Well, Dad, what do you think? G80 M3 Competition. Brand spankers in a rather fetching red.
It's a beautiful car.
You think it's beautiful?
But maybe not that bit.
Do you like the grills? It causes much conversation online. A lot of conversation.
Well, when you stop for a picnic, you could always have a Barbie on it.
They say it looks like a beaver. I think, do you know what? After a while, I've got used to it. People just say that you just kind of get used to it. And I think it looks quite aggressive.
Call it a beaver?
Yeah, because they think it looks like a beaver. Do you know, with the big teeth?
Are we talking the animal?
Oh my God, look at the big power dome on it.
It's a very sculptured car. I like it.
You like it? I mean, it's, as I said, this car has caused a lot of conversation.
Having been for a ride in it, I think it's...
We haven't ridden it yet.
Oh, have we not?
No, we'll go for a ride in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Well, on paper, 500 bhp should be quite a ferocious sort of ride.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the outside of it now, like as I said, I'm getting used to it. I wasn't that sure on, because do you remember my old yellow one? The rear arches were really wide on it, whereas this one isn't so much so, which I kind of miss.
The yellow one was a bit like a go-kart. There's a lot of width that you have to be very mindful of.
Well, I really liked that though, and like all the little carbon accents and things like this, but...
Yeah, this is... I'm not sure about the wing mirrors. I don't know what happened there. The man got halfway, obviously went off for a tea break and never got round to fixing, designing the top bit that should go in here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about those either.
Maybe it should get cut off there. But anyway.
Chris Harris said the same thing. He was like, the wing mirrors are a bit of a design disaster.
Yeah.
I think after having driven it around for a few days, it's a face that, you know, only a mother could love. But if I was to become a mother of one, I think I could like it, but just maybe I'd have it in all black instead. As I said, this is over.
I think it certainly makes a bold statement.
It does. It does make a bold statement.
And I think it...
What would you think when you saw somebody driving this right up your arse, flashing you?
I would say that it's a sensible sort of supercar, because you can still go get 5 people in it and carry their luggage, and yet it's you know, it would show a clean pair of heels to pretty much anybody on anything on the road. It makes it a very usable piece of kit. Well,
that's why, if you know, looking to replace the F80 M3, like what are your options? There's so little options out there. I mean, the new C63, which was always a 4-litre V8, is now becoming a 4-cylinder. I think it's even going to be a hybrid.
Yeah. Which,
going from a V8 to that, at least this is the last hurrah. This is the S58. It's a twin turbo inline 6.
And it's rear wheel drive.
Rear wheel drive as well. The all wheel drive ones are coming later. But
chassis, I guess.
Yeah, and you can turn the traction off in it if you want to have some fun.
Yeah.
Dad's like, don't do that, please. I'm joking, don't worry. It is a funny looking car, let's be honest.
Well, it's certainly a bold car, and there's no mistaking what it is.
It's a BM.
It's still got the BMW presence.
How hilarious is it though, looking at my old E21 and maybe some of the BMWs that we've had over the years? What did we have? There was, I mean,
we
this
had
is years
several
ago.
5 Series.
This is years ago.
Yeah, I had 525s, 528s, 528 Sport.
Is that the purple car?
The purple car was the 525.
Is that the one which had the phone in it?
No, the 525 Sport had the phone, where the SIM card actually went into the car, became the phone. So you had to take the SIM card out of your phone and put it into a slot.
Modern technology at the time. What do you think of the headlights on it? I really like them. I think they look. Wait, hold on. Let me click the keys. Good. Let me click the keys. And then when you turn it on, it's meant to do a thing. Oh, it's not doing it, Dad. Oh yeah. Ah, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like a disco.
It's like a disco. You're so cute. I love this, like 70 plus looks at brand new M3. It's like a disco.
Well, I know all about that.
Of course.
That was my heyday.
Oh, Dad, you're still in your heyday. You're still in your heyday.
Flared jeans and Cuban heels.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm slightly worried about is heaving you into the seats, because this one's one with the carbon seats, which, if you're going to get one, is very much.
And it's got a codpiece.
It does have. I knew it was going to take you 5 minutes to point that out. It does. People call it, like, I don't know. I don't even want to get into this conversation with my father, really. But yeah, it's an interesting design.
It's very useful because you've got
Dad,
to rest your bits.
Dad! Right, get in. I want to see you get in. You might have to put the seat back a little bit so you've got plenty of space.
Oh, we're in.
We're in. You're in?
Oh.
Wait, let me wait, hold on. Let's put you in the back seat.
Get on me.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Are you in?
I'll never come out.
Is it comfortable for you?
It's beautiful.
Are you just saying that?
No, I'm not just saying that. It's good actually. It's very comfortable. It's I'm wedged in now. I've got all my bits in place.
Shut up. Oh my God, honestly, you can't take the man anywhere. I told him I was going to come show him a new M3, and so far he's just waffle.
If I manage,
what have you done now?
It's folded over.
Have you messed the seatbelt up?
The blue and red bit had got all twisted up.
Can't take you anywhere. Let me just get some B-roll for a second. You just sit tight in there, all right? Don't press any buttons.
Got the seatbelt in.
Don't press any buttons.
No, I wouldn't dare.
I'm joking. You do what you like, Dad.
It must be what it's like to be in Jeff Bezos's spaceship. You sit there quietly and don't touch anything.
Yeah, well, exactly. Don't touch anything.
I won't.
I'm joking.
Promise.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new roller, swipe out the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street hype. No more double, go ahead a detox. Yeah. Came from the trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Thugging in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We on the block like every night to catch a buzz. Get the cash and take my family out the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers.
I mean, if I was going to get one of these, it'd just be a daily driver. It'd just be something to...
But you could always have a bit of fun with it. I mean,
100%.
the 0 to 60,
they're frighteningly quick. They're over 500 brake, Dad.
The politicians spend all their money on stopping us going fast, but they can't do anything to us for the 0 to 70 dash, can they?
I always said this: first, second, third, most important gears.
Yes.
The rest, forget it, because by that point you're already in jail.
Yes. The miserable green buggers. They would stop us having any fun in cars at all.
I think the conversation we were having the other day about the fact, I mean, you know, we talk about power in cars, like my old F80 was 425 brake, this is just over 500 with an 8-speed automatic gearbox, right?
Yeah.
Like the old American cars, like Mum's Mustang, what was that?
351 cubic inches, 5.7 litres.
Exactly.
And it made about 200 bhp.
Which is so crap.
And it ran the quarter mile in about 17 seconds.
Whereas this could almost, I'd say this would be like a 12-13 second
12 second car. Probably even a high 11 on a good day. The thing is that with those American cars, 500 bhp, even out of 7 litres, was a raucous thing with a high lift cam and solid lifters and all kinds of stuff, and a 4-speed Muncie Rock Crusher transmission, and it would hop and skip, and it would have a Detroit locker rear end that clicked and clacked and made all kinds of noise, and it would have that. It would be great in a straight line, but it wouldn't go around a corner to save its life.
No.
And now you've got a thing like this with as much horsepower as a competition machine would have had in the 70s, and yet you can, you know, you go to Tesco's and buy your groceries in it, and it's an amazing thing.
I was thinking about this when you were talking about that the other day. The progression of cars in your lifetime to this now, which is as I said, it's a serious car. I mean, it's a bit heavy, it's over 1700 kg, but it's still 507, I think, with X amount of torque. It's got great torque on it, 8-speed automatic transmission. And it's just a daily car. Like, you would consider this a daily car, but for you, if you had a 500 brake horsepower car,
it would be a all-out competition machine. I mean, Formula One in the 60s, I think they were making about 200 bhp out of 1.5 litres.
What was the thing? They said they'd be happy if they made 1 horsepower per cubic inch.
That was Chevrolet. Yeah, they made a big deal out of a 327 Corvette engine would deliver 327 gross horsepower, which is probably about 250 net. I mean, this 500 bhp that we're talking about now, or PS, is a net horsepower figure. It's a real world figure. Whereas these days, with the net horsepower figure, it's
But like, that's quite frightening how quick you can get. Like, that was only 2 gears.
And that was to 70 miles an hour in just a few seconds.
But you know, this is the thing about cars these days, Dad. I have to watch myself. I have to use cruise control everywhere, because, do you know what I mean? You'd happily just give it a quick blast there.
My first car.
And suddenly you're in trouble.
My first car was a 12 horsepower Vauxhall, which was the old RAC rating, and had about 35 horsepower.
It's mad, isn't it?
And it weighed over a ton, and it wouldn't do 70 miles an hour. It would just about get there, given enough hours.
Like, the pickup on it. But don't you think it's a bit boring? Don't you think it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like it, and it's really fast, but like in my F80 that would have been an event. You know, like, it's a bit squiggly, but the traction and everything on this car makes it so safe.
I think
like, normally you'd kick off if I started doing that. And you're not
I
even,
have to say,
the fact he's not stressed right now shows how well set up this car is and how gentle it is.
But it's a car for the current times. You need a car that will cope, is well within itself. You don't want a car that's all over the road.
Well, but that's what the Porsche's for.
Yeah. But the Porsche is the kind of car, under circumstances, you can have fun with it. This car is in tune with the world we live in. It's nice that, I think it's important that you've got a nice set of wheels and a performance set of wheels, but it's a sensible set of wheels.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my god. Sorry, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. It's just taking. You're very calm in this car. I'm enjoying this. You're not even shouting at me about my driving.
No,
impressive. They're a lot quieter.
Yes, it's got a nice ambience to it.
But you know
you're in a powerful car. You're going to do a left in about 200 yards. Yeah, left here. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So you've got, you know, cars for the moment. It's very smooth.
Isn't it?
I like it.
I'm very impressed. This is a revelation. I've never seen you, even like any car I've taken you out and given it a bit of shit, you're like, whoa.
No, I feel confident in this.
That's it.
I think the car, we're going to go right by the pesto sign.
In here?
In here.
Oh, she looks busy.
It does look busy, but let's give it a whirl.
Well, Dad, I'm glad that you like it.
I do, and I think you should get one.
Okay, well, if anything, that's
decided. I think it's perfect for you, because it's sensibly ridiculous.
I like that. Do you want to get some food?
please.
All right, I'm gonna take Dad for some dinner. Right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next week for another video super soon. Take care of yourselves. Look after you.
Bye, guys.
Do a YouTube bye. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Bye.